The Ballerina, also known as the Cat Lady, first appears in the opening cutscene of No, I'm Not a Human. She can be seen entering a home late at night where we also see the cat. The house seems to be occupied by several people, judging by the number of shoes and umbrellas stacked to the left of the door. The cat stretches to greet her, as if it had been waiting for her arrival. From what we see, nothing appears amiss. A somber guitar plays as the scene changes into the continuation of the intro. A few nights into the game, we meet an ominous man who tells us that whenever we encounter a cat, we must let it enter. He doesn't explain why, only that there is a reason, not yet known, why we must let the cat inside. The next time we see the Cat Lady is on night 4, right after the mysterious egg-headed man's visit. This is where we formally meet her. There's a knock at the door. Hesitant, we look through the people and come face to face with the Ballerina. From the jump, something's off. Her eerie grin slices through the night and immediately catches our eye. Her abnormally long limbs and strange stature put us on guard. She holds a cat in her hands. The cat's face droops, and it looks clearly uncomfortable. Whether it's the way she's holding it or something else, it's unclear, which is interesting considering the intro showed the cat appearing comfortable in her presence. She greets us with a simple, "Hi," followed by a pause. Then she asks, "How will help you?" Her speech is fractured, segmented. Nothing about her seems natural. When we ask who she is, she replies that she's a ballet dancer. Her reply is quick, rushed, like she's trying to speed through the initial conversation. She insists she's human, and we decide to let her and the cat inside. Unlike most people we allow into the house, the Ballerina is a guaranteed visitor. To prevent our house from being swept clean by FEMA and then attacked by the pale visitor, or from triggering the dream sequence where visitors steal all our guests in the middle of a night, we must carefully manage how many visitors enter. That way, we can get her full dialogue and start piecing together her story. The next morning, we check on her. We ask her why she's here of all places. She tells us that's a dumb question. We were the ones who opened the door, so why don't we ask ourselves why she's here instead? Place is place, she says, keeping that unnerving, stagnant grin. She claims she was instructed to go to our home, so she went. She wants nothing to do with us as long as the cat is comfortable and safe. The rest, who cares, she grumbles. We check her hands for signs of being a visitor, like the TV told us to do. Her hands slide into view, gangly and bony, witch-like in appearance. Claw marks scar her skin from carrying the cat all the way to our house. I find this detail darkly funny. "Kitty," she says. "He insists Kitty is alive. Lucky Kitty. It makes large pain in hand and ass." She's most likely referring to the bald man at the door who foretold their arrival, but in this paranoid world, that line can mean anybody. The next day, she greets us bluntly. "Kitty is here. What more do you need?" We ask her, who sent her to our house? She answers, "You did what needed, why no rest?" After a bit of prodding, she admits that someone sent her, but she won't say who. Only that she was told to take the cat to her home and to make sure that we get possession of it. We decide to test her with the Aura camera, a device said to reveal the true essence of a person. According to the rumors, if you photograph a visitor, their image should be marked with black spots. A normal human, however, will appear untouched, their aura intact. But when we turn the lens on the cat lady, things don't add up. The photo reveals her standing there, with a faint bluish-white aura radiating outward, almost like wings as she strikes a pose. They resemble the feathers of a bird, or the outstretched wings of an angel. That detail alone sparks darker questions. Could the visitors be more than just creatures? Could they be tied to something biblical even? Plagues or omens of the end times, ascending from the dirt and mud as the sun scorches the earth? We can only speculate on this. What we do know is this: her photo shows no trace of corruption, no black spots, nothing to mark her a visitor, and yet she undeniably is one. Her opening dialogue the following day is the same as before. We ask her how long she plans to stay. She responds with a very ominous, "Until they come for me." What else I do? I don't know. They tell me things. Now I wait until they tell me more. The implications are terrifying. She's expecting the arrival of whoever sent her, whether that be the egg-headed man, a visitor, or something else entirely remains unknown. I assume she's referring to the egg-headed man, though we still don't know if he's a human or a visitor. She continues, "And who tells you what to do? Who are you waiting for?" It ends the conversation. Who tells us what to do? Who are we waiting for? She seems to know more than she lets on, or she's just playing mind games with us. On the fourth day, we jump straight to the point. "Why haven't you killed me?" The protagonist is, by now, fully aware that the ballerina is a visitor. "You are small dumb, you know that. Same thing, every day. I tell you they didn't say. I wait while you wait." At this point, the tension in the room is thick. She's aware that we know what she is, and she isn't even trying to hide it. Not that she ever was trying to hide it. We answer, "Good question." She shoots back, "My question? You like? Why?" Answer, always ignoring the questions, just like him. She seems to be referring to the one who sent her. We have two options for response. If we tell her sternly we aren't waiting for anything, she responds with a shrug. Whatever, she says she's not waiting either. Then pauses. "Oh, I say already, I'm waiting. Anyway, she come. I know this." This is the first and only time she refers to a she in our conversation, and who that she is remains unknown. It could be another visitor or something connected to the cat. If, instead of replying "good question," we say, "I'm not waiting," the ballerina says, "Yep. What do you do sitting inside so many walls, long waiting for people to answer?" This line will then steer us back into the same set of choices. If we escalate and pull out a weapon, she explodes into laughter. "I love dance. I show you? Shoot and watch." You pull the trigger. Her neck snaps unnaturally back, dodging the slug. The bullet embeds in the drywall behind her. "Ta-da," she exclaims. "Try one more?" We shoot again. The body jerks away, twisting and snapping as she dances, ligaments writhing painfully beneath her skin. Her toothy, wide grin never falters. "La-dee-dee," she hums. "I stand close and yet you shoot with eye closed? Or you just big dumb?" She goads us into taking another shot. We do. Her body twists one final time and she drops to the floor, contorting. We missed again. Tra-la-la, I tire now. Our rod away is faster. We take the final shot and blow her clean in half. Her coda is over. The ballerina's final dance concludes. That brings the ballerina's in-game story to a close, but I have a few theories about how she ties into the larger narrative and the ending she's connected to. First, the obvious connection, the cat. The cat is central to two endings, the death ending, where it plays a direct role, and the mycelium ending, which requires the basement to be opened. I'm not sure if these are the official names for those endings, but that's what I like to call them. The basement only opens with the cat, so I believe that ties the ballerina to both outcomes. Looking back at the intro cutscene, it's possible that she was once the cat's original owner. Maybe she lived in that house before becoming a visitor. That would explain why the cat seemed comfortable with her at first. Later though, after she transformed, the cat clawed at her hands as if it no longer recognized her. The game hints that humans can turn into visitors after death. The TV mentions it, and the cashier girl being 100% visitor after passing out under the sun also supports the idea. So maybe the ballerina became a visitor sometime between the intro cutscene and her reappearance. Another possibility is that she was already a visitor in the intro, and the cat simply hadn't realized it yet. If we refuse her entry at the door, she tells us she'll put the cat under the house anyway. That line suggests she knows about the tunnels beneath the home. Tunnels tied directly to the cat's ending. But here's the strange part. The egg-headed man doesn't even learn about the tunnels until much later after his premonition. So how would she already know? That brings us to the mysterious she the ballerina mentions. It could be a reference to the broodmother, also known as Big Mama, who always appears as a visitor. But I don't think that's very likely. There's little direct evidence. Another possibility is that she's talking about an entity connected to the tunnels themselves, and she's waiting for us to carry out the ending. Either way, it suggests that she has knowledge that the other visitors, even the egg-headed man, don't. Another unsettling detail: her sound through the door at night. Some visitors and guests, when you stand next to the door at night, you can hear an audio clip associated with the character play. If you stand near the door when she's inside, you can hear her screaming and crying as if she's in pain. It's one of those small touches that adds to her unnerving presence. Separately, some players speculate she may have a connection to the ballerina shown on the TV on the first of the month. There isn't much evidence, but it's a theory worth considering, especially given her name and background. Additionally, during the initial conversation with the ballerina when you first meet her at your door, you can tell her that she reminds you of someone. Who this someone is unknown. She remarks that was a strange thing for you to say, and then she moves on like normal. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this name, but it could also just be a reference to a ballerina named Anna Matskevich. According to the wiki, there is a photo of her holding her cat where she looks similar to the ballerina. This is most likely the case. Although, in the world of No, I'm Not a Human, you never know. If you have anything you'd like to share about the ballerina or any theories of your own, make sure to make a comment below and like the video. I plan on making more character analysis videos on No, I'm Not a Human in the future, so subscribe if you're interested, and stay tuned. This has been Retro Chow, and thanks for watching.